All right, welcome back to Twin Terror. I'm David.
I'm Gary.
And someone made a comment.
Yeah, instead of Elon, you know how
I started the video when he was in mid-sentence.
yeah,
If you're wondering what that random segue was.
yeah, instead of Elon Musk, they put an F in front of his
Yeah,
name.
felon, yes.
Elon.
Okay, so this is a reading of, what's up with Elon, what's going to happen as a result of his actions. Because obviously it's up there with Trump's health is people really being concerned about Elon's future and that he has a nice, happy ending
Oh God.
to his very benevolent existence on this planet.
Yes, he's. Everyone's always rooting for good old Elon there.
Yeah,
he's got our best interest at heart.
It's kind of funny. Somebody posted up that apparently Elon has a pseudonym that he posts under his Twitter account to say Elon's such a great dad and stuff like that. It's
I remember that.
And Donald Trump had David Dennison or something like that.
Yeah. Well, they even had a recording of Trump
calling a radio station or something
back in the 80s or 90s where he was saying his name was Baron something.
Yeah,
he loves the name Baron.
Funny that's a title,
Yeah, exactly. And it's so funny because you listen to it now and you can totally recognize his voice.
Yeah.
It's not like he tried to change it or anything.
Yeah, and they're saying, Donald, why are you calling the station? No, it's not Donald, it's Baron something or another.
Yeah. Okay.
Baron Trump. I think he literally, it was probably Baron, his last name began with a B, like Baron Boston or Baron Barnes or something like that.
It was ridiculous. It's absolutely hysterical now.
Yeah. So pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Okay, so Elon's spent $250+ million to buy the government. He's running around like a felon in a china shop with the hammer or the baseball bat, just smashing everything around. Mm-hmm. And finally, the law is like, hey, wait a minute, you can't have access to that. Like a week after he's had access to a database he has no business being in. And you can't imagine that anything good is coming out of his access to that database. You can picture all sorts of bad situations. It's like, what are you uploading to that database? People are worried about what they're downloading. I'm worried what they're uploading into it. Again, some malware that you can picture Elon, kind of like when the healthcare industry all gets hacked and you have to pay a ransomware note. What's Elon putting in there to protect his butt from being Guantanamo'd, as it were?
Yeah.
But that's for another reading. Let's take a look at what's. Do you want to start off what's going on with the energy around him right now, or do you want to look into the future? What's going to be the fallout for all of his actions? How do you want to do this one?
I think we do both.
Yeah, dummy. Which one do you want to read on?
I'll do the current energy.
I swear to God.
Don't swear to God.
This is from Anyways, over to you.
Over to you, Gracie.
All right. So say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. Okay, so what's the current energy on Elon Musk?
Elon the felon.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now he's enjoying life. Got the 8 of Wands because there is so much Musk on the airwaves. I am sure that Trump has mixed emotions about Elon there.
You think?
Yeah, I'm the belle of the ball. It's my party, but Elon keeps getting all the attention.
Yeah, there's only so much airwaves you could do here.
The cross, the challenge is trying to give back to people, trying to give back to maybe to Trump and his donors. Basically, Elon's got all the big pentacles. He's got all the big value, but I'm just supporting Donald here. here, Donald. See, look how I'm supporting you, giving you the little pebbles of support.
Do you think Elon knows that his time doing whatever he wants to do is limited? So because he basically bought the presidency, he bought the presidency for about, what would you guess, about a year?
Yeah, maybe 6 months.
6 months to a year, because at some point Trump's going to be tired of Elon getting all the headlines. So it's like, you paid for it, you better move fast, because as your Nine of Wands is saying, because you never know when Donald's going to pull the plug on Elon, and he's no longer going to be welcome in DC.
Well, in some ways, it's kind of like Project 2025 reading that we did yesterday. We recorded
exactly.
about an hour ago, where he's got to do as much damage as he can as early as he can. The other thing is, since he wasn't appointed by Congress, or he wasn't vetted by Congress, he's considered a special employee. And so the max he can serve is 130 days, I believe was the number. So he needs to move quickly. He's got a lot of battles. There's a lot of battles he's fighting. This could also be Elon's sort of his perception of how much knowledge that he has that he's giving back to the world, because he's not just trying to influence things in the United States. He's going worldwide now.
Sure. Yeah, and there's a wonderful repercussion. Tesla sales around many European countries seem to be plummeting because people associate Tesla with him. Now, maybe it's just because the other brands are so much more competitive, but when the Tesla sales are dropping like 40, 50%, that's not a sale on VW ID4s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless all of a sudden the Chinese EVs have gone to those markets, I think it's a direct impact of Elon's tomfoolery and the rest of the world's reaction to it. At some point, even though Elon has appointed all the board members, at some point, some very wealthy shareholders, I'm looking at you, the vanguards of the world, are going to say, enough's enough. Rein that guy in or get rid of him, because these sales are killing us here.
Yeah.
Money talks.
In the past, we have the Ace of Cups. His emotional cup runneth over. It's funny because Elon Musk really doesn't have much of a handle on his own emotions. He's just, is it Asperger's is what he suffers from?
I don't know. He's an ass something.
Well,
the whole in his life.
It's just basically his actions are causing a lot of strong emotions.
Yeah.
Basically,
he's a very polarizing figure.
Yes, I think that is a great way to put it.
And he enjoys being a polarizing figure.
Yeah, it doesn't occur to him that what he's doing is hurtful, because it doesn't hurt him. So if it doesn't hurt me, how could it possibly hurt anybody else? The current energy is the Six of Cups. Hey, it's just that whole nostalgia card. I'm giving back. Everything is going to get better. I'm going to make everything better, the way it used to be back when America was great again. You could also just, it's kind of his own little sort of delusion that he's doing things that are great and beneficial to people. The overarching energy is the Ace of Wands, starting all sorts of new actions, taking all sorts of new steps, basically breaking everything.
Yep.
Partnering with Trump to break everything. The lesson to be learned is the Hermit. There's a light being shown. They're breaking stuff and they're shining a light on things. And it could be that, hey, look at all the corruption and bad things we found. But it's also people starting to see the light on these actions and progress, the slow progression forward of, okay, we're on a kind of a dangerous path here. We need to start being careful of where we're going. Otherwise, we may misstep. Outcome is the Hangman. That's probably a pretty appropriate outcome.
It is.
Just absolutely looking at things in a different way. they're looking at stuff like we're going to make things better. We look at it like, my God, my data is absolutely been compromised.
Better for who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know what they're doing with this.
As Elon said, we're going to have to go through some rough economic times and people are just going to have to suffer through it. Yeah, he's not going to be the one suffering through it. He's willing to throw a third of the population under the bus so that he can make crypto the new currency of the U.S. and design the way he wants it. So, I can't imagine that he's doing it for his max benefit.
No, not at all.
It's almost, and I think about this, it's kind of like the tech bros trying to be the new lords of the land. And they're going to try and use basically destroying the federal government to the point of non-functionality, and then say, we need to come up with something different, and we're the saviors. Basically, they want to be the new lords of the land and upend the current system. Because they're not all the corruption is going to these other people and not to them, and that doesn't abide.
It's kind of like a door-to-door salesman, isn't it? Where they come in and they break something in your house, but that's okay. I've got the product to fix it.
Yeah.
So if you would have just left it alone, it was fine. I didn't need a product to fix it until you broke it.
Right.
So what's his future look like?
Oh, it's Elon.
It's all bright and shiny and full of
rainbows. As he goes around, and obviously this depends on free will. It depends on people standing up and fighting him versus complying in advance and stuff like that. But looking at the energy right now, what's going to happen with Elon Musk? Oh, geez. Okay, well, I don't need to explain that too much. Corruption, bad juju, and crossed is the future for him. What other corrupt plans does he have? Holding people hostage. Some of the fallout from this does impact the way the country operates going forward, because we're kind of stuck. It could be he could be doing some damage that's irreparable. Or another way to look at it is his corrupt acts lead to the next. Gary had pulled the Ace of Wands. His smashing everything is now leading down the path of consequences, and he's stuck with those consequences. I actually kind of like that a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we've got. There's Elon moving quickly. There's, now after he's done all his moving, now he waits to see the outcome of what's happened. So in other words, this could be Elon on the outside looking in. Gary had this card up in a very similar position.
Yep.
Waiting for Trump to boot him out. Actually, I think his card was over in this spot right there because he had 6 coins there. Oh God, it's not just the U.S., it's the world that's after him. Mm-hmm. He's gonna, you know what? After he's done doing the foolery that he's doing, he will never be able to have a well-slept night. He's constantly going to be looking over his shoulder for who's coming after him, because the whole world is impacted and the whole world's coming after him. The lesson to be learned, Knight of Cups. He could have been the ambassador for positive change. I don't think that was the case here. He was the false friend that did this. Maybe somebody reaches out to him, kind of like they did with I'm drawing a blank on the fellow's name. You may or may not remember. He was in charge of WikiLeaks, and he was hiding in embassies in Britain for the longest time.
Like Assange or something like that.
Yeah, Julian Assange. He's going to have to hope for a Julian Assange moment. That's kind of what I'm getting with that here, is that he needs somebody to help bail him out. Maybe he'll always have
Anderson to show up on his doorstep and give him lunch.
Oh, and then the outcome is the Hermit. He's gonna get to experience his own disasters that he made. Just like Gary had the Hermit card coming out, the lesson to be learned. I do think that the changes that he makes are going to have far-reaching impacts that he's going to have to deal with, but he'll also be held to account. I don't think people are going to look at him as the savior. And the reason why they're not going to look at him as the savior is that there's no indication that he's doing this for the benevolence of people. Not with your core card being this.
No.
If that was the lover's card, sure, maybe what he's doing is benevolent, but no, it's malevolent. And there's going to be repercussions for that. Worldwide repercussions. So I know Sterling, I was making this comment to Michelle the other day, we were driving home. Back when Elon was buying out Twitter and causing mayhem over there, Sterling of Sterling Psychic Medium made a comment that Elon was out of his lane. And if, buying Twitter, when he should be focusing on other things, either Tesla or SpaceX, if Twitter was out of his lane, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
He's in a different pool. He's on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
It's playing chicken.
And there's a lot of outrage because, he's shutting down government agencies. He's interrupting the day-to-day transactions of a government. He's not a part of a government agency. He's not
in charge of anything.
Yeah.
He's a private citizen. What if you and I went in there and started doing this stuff? You want to know how fast we'd be arrested?
Oh yeah. It's very we're living in interesting times. To be sure.
Yeah. Okay. You want to follow up with anything?
No.
Okay. Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
Get out the sage.
So thank you for watching this video and supporting our channel. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. If you like these videos, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. We put out a new video every night at midnight. And I just want to leave a comment if you like. I read all the comments. I respond to many. And there's
name some people that you respond to.
I'm glad.
What a segue.
There are a lot of people that I recognize in the comments, and I just want to voice my appreciation to some of you. I know some I've called out in the past, some I have not. But this time around, I'd like to thank Mangal. He's always
Mangal gets the Hierophant. Mangal is
yes. Mangal's always
got the big picture items going on there.
Alf Carlson, Cowboy Alf. Out there.
He's always waiting to find out what the latest handball or volleyball scores are.
I know.
I don't think the man sleeps. I don't think he actually sleeps.
No, he does not. I know more about handball scores because of Alf. 313 Motown.
313 Motown?
Yeah.
We'll give them the Emperor. They're the boss.
It's usually a cat, some other emoji, and then another cat. And then we've got a couple of Nanas out there. We've got Nana AZ and Kiwi Nana.
Oh yes, Nana, I know Nana AZ. She's a champion. She's a winner, baby. What was the other one, Nana?
And then we've got our coffee.
No, wait, I get the second Nana. Nana AZ and Nana who?
Kiwi Nana.
Kiwi Nana.
Ooh,
she's a Nana.
That's my card.
That's my grandmother card right there.
And then we have our coffee drinkers. We've got Sue Fleming and Anna Greenwich.
Sue? Sue must be overseas.
She is. She's in England.
See? She's Fleming. And this is like the Boston Tea Party. So get your coffee and throw it overboard. And who the second one was?
Anna Greenwich.
Anna Greenwich. She can manifest. She can probably manifest new coffee. She's the person I want to go order coffee with.
Okay, and then the last one, of course, my favorite, the one that waves back at me every time I wave at the camera, Sunflower Down Under.
Ah, yes. Let's see.
You need to pull that Queen of Wands card.
Let's see. Here we go. Oh, no. She's not waving here anymore.
Yes, well, you know what? If you don't pull the sunflower card, she's going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And I think part of the thing, with the death card, this is not to throw anything, any shaded sunflower down under or anything along those lines. Actually, it was funny. She had changed her name for a little bit to a different name, and It's like, but I liked Sunflower Down Under better, so she changed it back.
Yeah, see, you helped her put an end to that
nonsense. But Lena Rodriguez put up something on that Tarot Down Under the other day about what the hell is going on with you guys in America, and literally it was the shipping of immigrants to Guantanamo Bay, and Australia had a similar or has a similar policy. It's not had, they still do it, where people coming in without papers are, basically they get put on an island outside of Australia where they wait until the government figures out what to do with them. Mm-hmm. And it's something that Lena has compared with internment camps in the US, does not like those, and she's watching the US regress back to a policy that's like, this is the worst of Australia, and now the US is doing it too. Yep. And probably Trump got the idea from watching what Australia did, said, yeah, we could be doing that. Yeah. Lovely. Mm-hmm. The lawsuits are going to be expensive and plentiful.
Yeah. Okay, so the final secret card is going to be the very interesting
for everybody else.
Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords, you got to be vigilant. If you're not on top of things, they're going to steal things from you and make off. In this case, it could be your freedoms, your personal information, your voting rights, all
your votes.
Yeah. So let's be vigilant, people. We got to do our best. Be kind to one another. That we'll get through this.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
Bye.